All right, yo, what's going on, everybody? Family, Jimbo here, bringing you guys a video I never thought I would be making, to be honest. This is obviously not Valorant gameplay, and especially with me being in the midst of my Valorant stint, I never thought I would be bringing you guys really any type of Madden video ever. I think Madden was I think Call of Duty was like the first stuff that I really got serious on YouTube with, and then after that, I was huge into Madden back in like Madden 15, Madden 16, and here we are again making another Madden video like 4 or 5 years later. But I've been getting a lot of questions asked about my filters I use to snipe and how I'm making so many coins a day and how I'm doing this and doing that. And so I thought I would come on here and bring you guys a video. By no means am I a professional sniper. I think one guy you should definitely check out if you haven't already is Chewbacca Lemma. His entire YouTube channel is based off of sniping. He really is just the GOAT at sniping. So he's got all kinds of tutorials over there. This is going to be a slight tutorial, but it's also just going to be kind of the filters I use to snipe cards. I know a lot of people package this up in sub tips or an ebook or whatever. I'm just going to give it to you guys for free. Because I think, you have to be able to change up your filters and how to find new filters. A lot of times people will sell a filter on, let's say, a sub tip, and then, a week later, a couple weeks later, they haven't updated the sub tips and those filters don't work because there's too many cards in that filter now. You're not getting the newest card and things like that. So without further ado, once again, I am not a professional. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the auction block, how I run it. Not going to try to keep this a real long video. Like I said, Chewbacca has an incredible amount of videos on his channel talking you through everything. So first of all, I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. First thing you got to know about the auction block is buy now price, especially with like all of these silvers here, right? If you don't filter anything, these aren't even the cheapest on the block, right? Even though it says buy now price, it isn't technically the cheapest cards you can find right now. And the way Madden works and the way that is because they pick 100. There's 100 cards here, right? There's 100 cards on the auction block, and what they do is if the filter isn't filtered down enough, they'll pick the 100 closest to expiring. That's why I just hopped on and all of these are closed already, right? Because these were the closest to expiring. That's why you have golds, that's why you have silvers, that's why you have elites if I go down far enough. That's why all of these cards are here and they're all closing, because they were the 100 closest to closing, right? And so why that is a big deal is because sniping, you're trying to find the newest card on the auction block. If you just try to hit newest here, all of these are closed already because they were the 100. They were the first 100 cards closest to closing, right? And so our job as a sniper is to filter down to the point where we are seeing the newest cards. Even if you just go to, let's just go to 84, 85s, right? That's better, right? We're down to 12 minutes, but our objective is to see the number 59 minutes or even an hour if you get a good refresh on the newest cards, right? These still aren't the newest on the block because this one, this one could have been up for 24 hours, right? More likely he was up for 59 hours. So we're 40 minutes late to the party, 50 minutes late to the party. So our job as a sniper, and this is where, Chewy always talks about this all the time. This is where it gets fun because you got to find yourself a filter, right? I already have a filter that I use for 84, 85s. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to give it to you guys. But let's just test around here. We'll try going to a team, Cowboys. 59 minutes. I didn't even expect this to work. But if you wanted to, you could just filter 84, 85 Cowboys, and there are the newest cards here, right? This would work. Now, once you're on this menu, there's a couple different ways you can snipe, right? You could do team by team. So we could go Cowboys. There's nothing really here. Instead of hitting here, hitting cat value all, and it refreshes over and over again. That could be a buy, by the way, the Amari Cooper. You could probably make a couple thousand off of him. Anyway, So let's say you could do Cowboys, and then maybe let's try 49ers, right? 58 minutes, that'll work. It looks a little dry. The 49ers look a little dry. Who else could we go with? Let's try the Patriots. See, that would work too. So you see how you could just flip through teams. I wouldn't recommend this if you are brand new to sniping, just because obviously every card you see goes for a different value, right? So the Patriots middle linebacker goes for 38k. Dante Hightower goes for 38k. You go to the Cowboys, then you kind of have to know different cards as well, right? Like Zeke goes for 72, Amari goes for 34, right? So my philosophy is it's a little bit more boring, right? You're looking at the same cards over and over and over again. But if I was sniping this for real, I would just sit here and refresh. That way my memory, I didn't mean to hit all, I meant to hit refresh. That way my memory gets a hold of these cards, right? I know I see Amari going for around 35, 36. I see Zeke going for 72 to 75. I see Larry Allen going for 45 or 60. So 45 to 60k. Blake Jarwin's going for 50, right? It's a lot more easier to remember these guys than be like, okay, Amari goes for 35, Zeke goes for 72, Larry Allen goes for 55, and then you're going to the Patriots, and then you have to realize that Hightower is going for 38, Seymour's going for 39, McCourty 55, right? There's just so many more numbers that you have to remember, and so it's going to be a little bit more boring if you do it my way. But it's definitely a lot easier for a lot more people, especially newer people. I think if you just stay on one filter and you just sit here and refresh until you see a card to snipe, right? So now that that breakdown is out of the way, I'm just going to give you guys my top 3 filters. I didn't even expect the teams to work. What I like to do is I like to do the overalls. So we'll go 84 85s right now. I would probably snipe 84 85s. I have 118k, but I also have a few cards on the block selling right now. So I should be around, I should be a little bit over 200k right now. But even at 200k, I would still stick with 84 85s. That way you can just snipe more, get them out, get them out, get them out, get them out. As opposed to, you know, I had 500k yesterday and I was sniping 88 89s. But, you know, if you have 300k coins, you're only really going to be able to buy like 1, maybe 2 88 89s. And so just for the sake of really trying to gain a profit, I would definitely recommend going like 84 85. One filter that really helps me out a lot is 84 85 corners. You just filter by newest. This is a great filter. Look at all the 59s here. It's 11:30 in the morning too. You get into prime time where it's like 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern. People are hopping off, or getting out of school and hopping on Madden. 84 85 corners is one of my favorite this year's without a doubt. Just sit here, refresh. You'll see a bunch of cards show up. Like I said, you know, I'm here at 11:30 as well. So this is number 1, especially if you don't have a lot of coins. Like I said, these cards are going for 50. Anywhere from the range of like 30k to 100k. I sniped Jalen Ramsey earlier today. I got him for like 85k. I sold him for 99k or something like that, right? Another thing I want to tell you guys, I'm sure if you are getting into sniping, you already probably know this, but EA has a sales tax on every single auctionable item that you put up on the auction and sells. So let's say AJ Terrell's going for, let's say this is a snipe right here. I get him for 48k, right? You have to add that 10% on there before you even think about making a profit, right? So in reality, 48k times 10% is 4.8k. We'll just round that up to, I always just round up to 5. So to sell this card, I would have to sell it for at least 53k, right? And that's before I even sniff a profit. So just because a card is lower than what you see it going for, you got to realize that there's that 10% buffer before you make any type of profit, right? So even if AJ Terrell was going for 52k, it's still not a profit. I'm still going to lose because of the tax, right? So just make sure you guys always keep that tax in mind as well. But without further ado, let's get into another filter. This is a really good one. This is a new one for me, actually. I didn't use this one for a whole lot, but I've been using it the last couple of days, and it's been a really good filter. One of my most used filters of all time as of Madden 21 is 86 to 87. So you need a little bit of coins for this. I probably wouldn't even do it right now with 118k, but 86, 87. And then you want to just type in the letter Y. This will bring up a lot of really good cards. This is where I got my biggest snipe ever. I had a Tyler Lockett go for 150 coins, and I got him, sold him for about 100k. So I made, you know, obviously a lot of money off of that. But this is a really good filter as well. 86, 87 Y. There's a lot of variety in here too, if you don't want to just stare at the same corner cards. But like I said, it also means that you have to memorize a little bit more, right? But this is a really good filter because you're kind of hitting the lower ends. Like you'll snipe some lower end 86 Richard Seymours for 55k, right? And then you can also get up to the big stuff like Tyler Lockett, and you know, cards that go for a lot more, like Derrick Henry. So this is a really fun filter too. Not only is it really good, and it's always, you know, pretty active, but it's a lot of fun because there's a lot more cards than just 14 cards up or whatever, you know. So this is a really good one. And then the last one, once you guys really get to big balling, the last filter I was using to snipe 88 89s was 88 89, and then Y as well works. You can use Y. Obviously it's at 59. I think I used Y a little bit, but another letter I used was M as well. Once you get to M, you got the Marinos, you got Adalius Tom. Like, you got some big boy cards in here, and it's really a good feeling whenever you snipe something, right? So 88 89 M, I feel like it gives you the best variety of a lot of really top cards, like Christian McCaffrey, Tyrann Mathieu, Dan Marino, Adalius Thomas, Justin Smith, right? It gives you the option, Asante Samuel, to really have a chance at sniping a really good card. And obviously it's a good filter because you're at 59 minutes, right? So I don't want to make this video too much longer. Let me know what you guys think of this. Those are my top 3 most used filters. And who knows, whenever more cards drop, I'm sure some of these filters are going to become a lot more flooded. So you guys have to make sure you understand how to make your own filters as well, right? A filter isn't going to work forever, and that's kind of what's cool about sniping, right? Is you can hop on the game the next day, and the filter you used to make 300k yesterday doesn't work anymore, and you got to find your own, you know. So make sure you guys understand. Always stick to, you know, not always, but you just always want to. For me, I always filter by overalls, right? That way you can kind of get into the bracket of coins that you want, right? If you want to snipe cheaper cards, 84, 85, you can even go obviously lower than that. You can go to 80, 81, 82, 83. I always stick to the overalls though. And then I usually try to find a letter that works, like M or Y, like I showed you guys. If that doesn't work, obviously I showed you that you can filter through teams. You can filter through positions. You can filter through program as well. So just make sure you guys are trying to find the best filters at all times for you. These are the 3 that helped me the most, and still help me the most to this day. So if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know if you think I should make more Madden content, whether it's sniping or team building, or I guess head to head. I don't fluff and know, but let me know if you guys want to see more of this type of stuff. I can give you guys an updated sniping filter list, you know, in a few weeks, if you guys want to see that as well. Just let me know down below what you guys think about my Madden content. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go get out of here, and as always, God first, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.